Hi, everyone. So, this is the big thing we'll build all summer, your capstone. It is two parts, and we'll start both this week. So, the first part is your character. You're going to choose one character from the novel to follow all the way through, from the beginning to the end. From here on, that character is yours. You're going to watch what they do, what they say, what they wish for, what happens to them, and each week you'll add one small piece to a project all about that person. We'll do all kinds of things along the way. We'll write a letter in their voice, we'll write a haiku about them, and more. Each little piece is a different way of getting closer to who they are until the end of the novel. This is going to help you understand your character more deeply than any single essay could ever take you. So put your best effort into this. This week, you're going to just pick your person. All right, the second part is something I've never done with my classes before, but I will be in the future. So I'm glad to start with this now. This is going to be called a relation study. Here's where the idea comes from. Charlotte Mason, whose ideas shape everything we do, called education the science of relations. Her conviction was that each of us is born already connected by living ties to a vast number of things and thoughts in the world, and that real learning is simply the widening and deepening of these relationships. So, a relation study isn't about looking up words or facts from a distance. It's going to be about stepping into the world that this book grew out of: the land, the plants, the work, and the lives, and forming a real relationship with it. It's going to put you inside the novel's world instead of leaving you on the outside looking in. It's about 4 hours of work total for the whole summer, but it's going to be spread across the whole summer, so please don't misunderstand that. It's only a little each week. Done this way, it's hardly any work at all. In fact, you might forget to do it, so stay on top. So you're going to choose one of the following options. So option one is a map of Salinas. When we read the opening of chapter one, notice that Steinbeck doesn't just set a scene. He gives you a real specific place: the deep green pool, the worn path, the Gabilan Mountains, the sycamores with their mottled bark, the earth beaten hard by the men who've passed through. Your study is to make a map out of that world. And because you have all summer, make it beautiful, hand drawn with color, texture, illustrated landmarks, a compass rose, hand lettered labels, a title, and a small legend. Mark where the key moments happen as you read. Think of a naturalist's map, not a road atlas. I think John Muir has some good resources if you look him up online. Option two is a press from the valley. So each week, step outside your front yard, a backyard, a park, anywhere really, anywhere something is growing. An apartment with a single plant in the window is plenty. Find a plant or two that catch your eye and press them in a flat, heavy book for a few days, and keep going all summer until you've gathered a small collection. And then beside each pressed plant, build a little entry: its common name and its scientific name, where and when you found it, a sketch if you'd like, and a sentence or two of careful description. Try writing that description the way Steinbeck would, choosing your words on purpose. And then name what it calls to mind from the novel: a moment, a mood, a character. You're not just collecting plants, you're learning to see the living world in the way that the book asks you to. You can also take images and look up on AI and see what plants are if you need that help. Option three is a working year on the ranch. Each week, spend a little time with one real source about migrant ranch labor in the 1930s California. From what you find, build a calendar of the working year, month by month, what a ranch hand actually did. The planting, the harvest, the bucking of barley, the lean stretches between. Around the edges of the calendar, mark where the events of the novella fall. So you can see the story against the real rhythm of the work. And as you go, note what surprised you about the lives that these men led. So here's all you have to do this week for the capstone. Choose your character, choose your relation study, and decide how you'll begin, what you'll gather, and how you'll start. I'm leaving this a little open on purpose. I want you to bring your own creativity to it and to make it yours. If you do have a question, post it in our Google Classroom stream rather than messaging me privately. Because if you're wondering something, chances are someone else is wondering the very same thing. And everyone can learn from the answer. Okay, 2 practical things. First, print out the whole capstone packet so that you have it in hand to fill out as the weeks go on. And second, there is a capstone page on the In the Margin site, and it will walk you through all of this and where I keep adding resources and ideas as they come up, and videos that I'll put in for you to help you along the way. You should scroll to the bottom of our In the Margin page, and it's right beside the existentialist lens link. So this week, choose your character, choose your study, and start your first small gathering. Turn it in with the rest of your work for week 1 by Wednesday. And remember to post any questions in the class stream. I can't wait to see what you guys create, and I'll see you guys in the margin.